everyone, my name is Janet White. I am an Atlanta-based artist. As you can see, we set up a few of my paintings behind me. Michelle Obama over here. It's probably one of my all-time favorite portraits ever painted. We have Tupac over here and a little abstract version of a guitar going over here. And I'm really excited to be here today because I'm sitting next to one of my all-time favorite jazz guitarists. His name is Robert Herrington, and actually his music has been heard not only just in Georgia, not only just in the Atlanta area, but all over, actually. So definitely excited to be here with him today. And he's actually working on a new project, and we have a new single coming out soon called Trap Montgomery.
Yes, Trap Montgomery.
Yes, and the title, I absolutely love it. So that's my first question, actually. How did that title, Trap Montgomery, come about?
Okay, so Trap Montgomery, it is a unique title. Well, I'll tell the story to you guys. I'm sure you're eager to hear. So COVID struck. I bought a laptop, and then I started trying to make a trap beat in the studio. And so I liked it. And then I was like, well, I'm going to put some guitar, my friend over here, on the record. And so I was like, man, I'm getting here. I feel like I'm in New Orleans. The gumbo's cooking with this. The gumbo is really cooking. And jazz kind of met trap in an authentic way. And so what started to happen was I played octaves on the guitar in the melody of the tune. And Wes Montgomery's famous for this. And then I started to hear saxophone in my mind. And I said, I got to call somebody play saxophone, and my mind said Chris Otts. So that's what happened. Everything merged together, and so you have Atlanta's one of its famous contributions, one of Georgia's famous contributions, trap music, and then you have classic jazz in the form of bebop merging together in this realm. So that's how I got the name Trap Montgomery, specifically for Wes Montgomery, one of my favorite jazz guitarists.
Okay, so the name Trap Montgomery came from Wes Montgomery.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, for people who don't know as much about jazz, can you tell us a little bit more about Wes Montgomery and Charlie Parker?
I certainly can. Okay.
Okay.
So Wes Montgomery is one of the preeminent jazz guitarists in jazz guitar history. Almost anybody you've ever heard play jazz guitar in some form or fashion in this day is influenced by him. And even when you play an octave on the guitar, people will say, are you trying to be like Wes Montgomery? They will say that, right? And so, he has done so much for jazz guitar and the guitar in general. There's been no one like him ever. And he was an amazing individual. And so Charlie Parker is another jazz heavyweight. And so me and Chris are filling some pretty big shoes here with this title.
Yeah.
But Charlie Parker is one of the main figures in jazz, and he is often credited with being the main founder of bebop, one of the most important genres in jazz, and also with developing modern music vocabulary. So that is a big, that's big. That's all I can say there. And so, I'm imagining these two characters really, almost like they came back to life and were like, hey, we're going to play some music in the ATL and keep it down home, so to speak, for the people down here. So that's kind of what the vibe was.
Okay. Awesome. And you mentioned that you played along with some other musicians in your song.
Yes.
Okay. So you mentioned Chris.
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell us more about your relationship with Chris and how you guys came together with this track?
Yeah, I sure can. So Chris, big shout out to you, Chris. Chris is amazing. That's the best way I can describe him. He is an amazing individual. And so I know Chris through my association at Kennesaw State University. And so fantastic school, go Owls, all that jazz, right? And so we met on a gig. We played at St. James Live before. Great venue, guys. And so we played, and I've been a fan of his playing ever since. And he's an awesome guy. So That's Chris for you.
Okay. Awesome. Well, shout out to Chris.
Yeah.
And what I love about this song is that there's also a piano solo in the song, right? Okay. So who's the name of your friend playing the piano in the song?
So Zach Wilson is playing keyboards in the song. And Zach, big dog, you did it. You gave me some great material in this song. And so he specifically plays the piano solo as the outro. And it's really unique what he does there, and then how it came together. And me and Zach have been tight for a while. Zach has played in my trio several times. He's one of my favorite people to play with. But Zach is Zach. He's my guy.
Yeah.
When I feel like, hey, I want to hear some keyboards, I call Zach.
Yeah.
So he's that guy.
Shout out to Zach
Yes.
and Chris on the track.
Yes.
Yes, and actually, that's actually one of my favorite parts of the song. So we have a guitar solo, right?
Yeah.
We have a piano solo or outro.
Yes.
And then we have a saxophonist on the track.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love Trap Montgomery. You guys have to hear it. It'll be on all streaming platforms September 24th.
Yep.
So that's a couple Fridays from today. And also, I love the vibe of the song. You can listen to it when you're pretty much doing anything, you know, like when you're cleaning, when you're cooking, when you're in your car driving home from work and you're just trying to like unwind. Just turn on that Trap Montgomery and it'll get you right. All right. So I guess we can jump into the larger project that you're working on. So Robert's newest project is called Modern Tales of an Electric Man Suite 1. It's actually your EP, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, yeah, we have Talks Podcast. That was your first single that was released back in August, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Okay. Make sure you guys check that out. That is also on all platforms for you guys. It's nice vibe, similar to Trap Montgomery, just a little bit laid back, you know, just listen to it when you're trying to vibe out. Yeah, and actually, I was wondering, so did you produce this EP all by yourself?
I did. I have been inspired by a lot of people I work with, notably EC3 out there, one of my great friends, and I always saw EC3 in the producer role in the studio, and I always saw him point at this, do this, do this, do this, and I was like, I want to see if I can play that role, but of course COVID was happening and everything didn't materialize, but I was like, I can play that role in the studio in my own capacity. And so it's been an immense challenge producing my own music. He made it look easy, but I have definitely enjoyed the challenge of it. And so even though I would say I did it myself, there's so many people, Tara, who have taught me so many things over the years, and all of their spirits are definitely combined with mine in making this music.
That's awesome. Okay. Yep. And so you're going to have 4 singles on your EP. Okay, so your first single already came out. Okay. As we mentioned, it's called Talks Podcast. Your second single is about to come out, Trap Montgomery, September 24th. Yeah. Then you also have 2 more.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a song I really like. I like to call it the convertible song because that is my favorite style of car to drive. And it is called Friday. And that is scheduled to come out in October. And then the song that, you know, some people have heard this, guys. Don't get jealous out there. You gotta have a couple people listen to your stuff, let you know you're going in the right direction. Yeah. But the song that a lot of people love is Love Letter. All right, kind of ironic, right? Love Letter. And so that's scheduled to come out in November. All right, and so that'll wrap up the single as far as the EP is. That wraps it up. So
good stuff in the works.
Yes.
And you guys, make sure you check out Trap Montgomery. Is coming out in a couple weeks. So is there anything else you wanted to share with everyone or let anyone know today before we wrap things up?
You know what? I want to tell everybody out there, thank you guys so much for being with us. Wherever you are, it's now, and I'm glad that you guys are viewing this and seeing this moment here. I really appreciate everybody out there, all the love that I have. Talks Podcast released last month, guys, and it's been heard in over 10 countries. I think that's amazing, and I think just getting the messages from people saying, "I love your guitar playing. What's coming next?" I truly could have never imagined it. So thank you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and get cheesy here. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Yes, and we will put a link to Talk's podcast down in the description box so you guys can listen to it after this video or whenever you guys want to. Thank you so much, Robert, for taking the time to speak with me today. And you guys, if you're ever interested, feel free to check out my art. My art page on Instagram is at artbytarajanet, and Janae is spelled like Janet. All right. So I guess that's about it for today.
That's almost it.
Almost it.
I have to highlight this wonderful artist here. Tara is fantastic at what she does. She's a fantastic person, but this is just some of her works. She has so much great stuff, and as soon as I saw her work, I fell in love. I said, my goodness, this person has it. And so you're special. You're amazing, and I can't wait to see what else comes from you as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you guys, I definitely will be putting out some new artwork soon. So just, keep following me for that. And I guess that's a wrap for today.
I think that is.
One last thing, actually. I just want to play you guys. I can't leave without playing a snippet of Trap Montgomery. So is it okay if I play it for the people?
Is it okay, guys?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, they said it's okay. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can load this up.
All right, let's hear it. Oh, that's that song.
Trap Montgomery.
All right, let's go listen here. Okay.
Little sample action.
All right. Wait, let's cut him before the beat drop. Let's go. All right.
All right.